Everyone. First, I'd like to just say thank you to Tage Thompson and Brett Pesci for coming to Boston here and being part of our group. We really appreciate their commitment to Team USA. Second, I'd like to say congratulations to the sled team on their victory yesterday, and wish them well today with their game today. And the last thing I'd like to do is just acknowledge the legendary broadcaster Mike Lang from the Pittsburgh Penguins, who passed away yesterday. Mike means a lot to the city of Pittsburgh. I know he means a lot to our players and our coaching staff in particular. Some of my greatest memories in hockey have Mike's voice accompanied with those, and he certainly means the world to all of us in Pittsburgh. We wish his family thoughts and prayers. Mike will be missed in Pittsburgh.
Thanks very much, Mike. Questions for Mike. We'll start left side, third row.
Hey, Mike. When you look at this tournament in general as a whole, what do you think it's done for hockey and the potential that this could be the most watched hockey game in history? What does that mean for the sport?
I think this tournament has had a huge impact on hockey, certainly in the United States, without a question in North America, but maybe the world. These best-on-best tournaments, I think, bring out the best of the best. And so, the commitment, the investment that all of these teams have displayed every night, in my mind, has been an unbelievable celebration of hockey. Just from a hockey purist or a hockey fan in general, it's hard not to get excited about what we're witnessing. I would envision tonight would be the pinnacle of that with Team USA and Canada competing for the championships. Both teams are terrific teams. There's no weaknesses on either side. It means an awful lot to both sides.
Left side, second row.
Mike, just a couple of housekeeping items. Are you guys healthy other than Charlie? Who's the forward out tonight? Any chance Brett or Tage play tonight?
Right now, we are healthy with the exception of Charlie McAvoy. Our lineup will be a game time decision as far as what our lineup looks like tonight. But other than Charlie, everyone else is available.
Left side, third row.
Well, Mike, how was it to get a message from President Trump this morning, and what was his message?
Well, it was a distinct honor. I think, politics aside, when the President of the United States takes the time to speak to our players, it's an incredible honor. And, I think it's an indication once again of what this tournament has, or the impact that this tournament has had on people in the United States. People are paying attention, and so I think that's a credit to all the players that have been involved in their commitment to excellence and how competitive these games have been. But it was an incredible honor. I know we have a locker room full of proud Americans, and when the President of the United States takes the time out of his busy schedule to say a few words to our guys, I know it meant a lot to every one of us.
Right side, front row.
Mike, one housekeeping and one general, if I could. The housekeeping, how is Charlie's sort of mental state? How's he feeling? How's he progressing?
Charlie's doing very well. He's progressing very well. He's obviously disappointed he won't have the opportunity to participate in tonight's game, but he's doing extremely well.
And every guy I talk to in every room is saying this has exceeded their expectations of the tournament. I'm curious, if you go back 10 days, what you expected and on what levels it exceeded for you.
Well, we anticipated a very competitive event. I've had a lot of conversations with our players leading up to this over the last few months. And in those conversations, I could hear in their voices how important this tournament was for them on a personal note. I anticipated a very competitive event. and it certainly hasn't disappointed me with the intensity, the investment of the players on all the respective teams. I just think there's a certain pride when you have an opportunity to represent your country. You become part of something that's bigger than yourself, and that's a special feeling. And I think all of us feel a responsibility associated with that. And so it has certainly met, if not exceeded, my own personal expectations, but I did anticipate a very competitive event, and that's what we're seeing.
We'll take a couple more. Right side, front row.
Mike, at the same time, through this whole event, outside hockey, it's been very charged, and it is between these two countries. Has any of that seeped its way into the room? Do you sense it among the players, your coaching staff? Like, things are kind of tense right now, and has that affected any of the competitiveness here?
No, I can't. I can only speak for our group. It has not. I think, politics aside, these guys are hockey players. They love to play hockey. They love to compete, and they have a certain pride with respect to their country. And so I think that is the motivation and the inspiration to bring out the best in each individual in our room. I know what this means to these guys. They're vested, and they're looking forward to the opportunity to play tonight.
Left side, second row.
How would you assess Kyle Connor's tournament so far?
I think Kyle's had a mixed bag. Obviously, his speed is a critical element of his game. He has the ability to score goals. He's helped us drive some offense. He's played on one of our power plays. Obviously, we'd like to see him score, but I think he's had moments when he's been an impact player for us, and there's been other moments where, we'd like to see him get inside a little more and make more of an impact. I'm not sure.
Last one, left side, front row.
Mike, you talked about the importance of this game and what it means for hockey in America, but even though you guys have been busy with things, have you been able to have those moments where you look at the outside world and sort of gauge like how big this is, how people who don't usually watch this sport are watching this sport? And is it the kind of thing that leaves you feeling like, okay, maybe this can be a growth opportunity, or how do you view it, or can you really view it that way because you're trying to win a game?
Well, we're trying to win a game first and foremost, so we're digging in here. And we're spending a lot of time with our team, our coaches. We're doing everything we can to try to set our group up for success. That's part of it. Having said that, I've got more phone calls and texts in the last couple of days from people that I haven't heard from in a long time, and I think that's just an indication of the impact that this tournament has had. I think, and I've said this on more than one occasion, it's an incredible celebration of hockey. These are the very best players in the game. These are the guys that, these are the savants that, when they bring their creativity and their brilliance to what they do out there, that's how the game evolves. And that's what we're seeing. That's what we're witnessing firsthand. I feel like I have the best seat in the house because I'm up close to it, right behind the bench. But we've had a whole lot of fun with this group of players. They're a competitive group. They're a great group. It's been competitive. It's been emotional. It's all of the things that I think you hope for in sports, and that's why we love it. And so I just think it's on display right now. I have to believe this tournament is going to have a lasting impact.